Hey everyone, welcome back from the weekend to the COVID Cocktail Club. We hope you guys had a great weekend and we hope you missed us. Before we get started today, I wanted to share something fun with you guys that was sent to us. Just some interesting statistics that apparently online alcohol sales are up 243%. And apparently in the nation, Texas is leading the way. So if that is in any small part because of us, then thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thought that was just a fun fact. Okay, getting started though with today, we are going to make a really, really yummy one. Last week we didn't do any agave spirits at all, and I'm sure that you guys missed it with the warm weather. So today we are going to make palomas. Now, even though margaritas are like the massively popular tequila drink of choice, I think in Texas and probably all over the country, I think the Paloma is actually the by and large most popular drink in Mexico, or at least that's what it said in my research. So drink one of these and pretend that you're on vacation in Mexico. It's a very easy drink. At its heart, it is tequila, grapefruit, lime. And you can sort of play with how you get those three ingredients in there, and you can make it sweeter or less sweet, you know, like we always say, you can sort of mess with it. But we will take you through some different variations and show you how you can play with it and make it a recipe that you love. What I'm gonna do first is teach you guys how to rim your glass, because like a margarita, this is a drink that is often served with a salted rim. So I'm gonna use a mason jar. Usually it's done in a highball, but just for funsies, I'm gonna use my mason jar glass. And a lime, any sort of citrus here will do. You could use grapefruit, you could use lemon, and just make sure that you coat it, you know, get it nice and coated. And then I'm just gonna use this little small dish. And you can use, this is just plain old kosher salt. Now I'm gonna make a mess on camera for you guys. Great. I'm also gonna use some tahini. Is it tahini? Am I saying that?
Tahini.
Tahini. It'll make it real pretty and give it a little kick. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and press it in there, turning it. And yay, very pretty. Pretty good.
Hey, Rice, one quick point. I know you use kosher salt. Guys, that's actually a pretty key detail. If you just use regular table salt, it's too thin. It's not gonna really adhere to the glass very well. So if you like salt, like if you probably didn't notice, but I'm actually not salting mine. I actually don't like salt on my margaritas or palomas. But if you're gonna use salt, certainly kosher salt is the way to go.
Sure, okay.
Ready?
Ready. So let's get out our shaker tins. And for this one, we're gonna use 2 ounces of agave spirit. So I'm gonna use a Blanco tequila for my agave, Jason.
Yeah, so I'm doing a blend of half mezcal, and I'm actually using Reposado tequila. If you guys remember Reposado, it ages longer than the silver or the Blanco, so it's got a little more of a flavor profile to it. So I'm doing a 50-50 of these two.
Hold up, before we get any further, you're using my mezcal, so A, that's rude because you know how I feel about mezcal, and B, if y'all notice that mezcal that he's using, I don't know if you know this, but that's the Aaron Paul, Bryan Cranston Breaking Bad duo. That's their new mezcal. So when you try that, let me know what you think. I've been meaning to get my hands on some of that.
It's actually delicious.
Making me want that. Okay. All right. After that, you're gonna add half an ounce of lime juice. And now here's where you can get creative with your grapefruit. Also, if you wanted it spicy, I suppose you could be adding a jalapeno in here too, huh?
A jalapeno if you want something fresh. The Ancho Reyes liqueurs if you wanted to add either something smoky or something a little more vegetal.
Sure.
Again, really like most drinks, the ranch water, a lot of drinks we do, there's so many fun liqueurs. Not to say you need to go out and buy these, but if you have these, ginger, the Paula's Texas Orange, Paula's Grapefruit, there's so many things you can sort of play with with a drink like this.
Okay. Yeah. For the grapefruit part, so sometimes I think originally it's done using squirt, which is, I think, far more prevalent in Mexico than it is here. Here in Texas, we can get Jarritos, so I'll use a little bit of that. I guess you could use Fresca, but it gets very, very sweet if you do it that way, and I just don't love it quite that sweet. So while I will use this, I'm going to use some fresh grapefruit juice as well. So yeah. I'm gonna do basically an ounce. I'm gonna use an ounce of the fresh and then top with the Jarritos. Jason, how are you gonna tweak it?
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I mean, for years, we used to drink the Jarritos-based Palomas. It was like our favorite drink, but it's not very healthy. It's a lot of sugar. So I think that's a great idea to maybe cut it. I'm actually taking a step further. So I'm not using any of the Jarritos, Squirt, Frescas, any of the actual sweetened sodas. Instead, I'm actually doing a blend of actual fresh grapefruit juice. And truth be told, I'm actually making a double portion, so making one for the family. But it's actually a blend of grapefruit juice, a little bit of agave. So I'm doing 1.5 ounces of grapefruit, 1/2 ounce of agave, and then I'm going to top mine with Topo Chico, or you could do any kind of sparkling mineral water. So you're still getting that. What are we getting out of the bubbly?
That effervescence.
The effervescence. So you can get it directly from the Jarritos or through Topo or Perrier or whatever else you want to use.
As long as you get some sort of carbonation and some sort of grapefruit in there, that's the key.
Right.
Okay. So are we ready to shake?
Let's do it.
Okay. We got our ice. Before I add ice to my mason jar, I wanted to add this ginormous slice of gorgeous grapefruit. It's ginormous. It's not easy, but look how pretty it looks in there. And then I'll add some ice to it that way. Likely making a ginormous mess. That is what I do. Okay, let's shake.
Yeah.
And then strain it into your glass. Oh, that's pretty. When you add the other advantage to adding grapefruit juice in there is that you get that really faint pinky corally color that looks real nice. Then I'm going to top with the Jarritos just a little bit.
My double strainer is slowing this process down just a bit, guys.
Oh, sure is. I don't know that it's necessary to double strain for a drink like this, but I guess if you want, that's personal preference. And I think it is more typically garnished with a lime wheel like Jason's doing. So you could do it that way too.
All right. Well, Topo.
And once again, we've made very different looking drinks.
I've got 2.
Lucky you, but you have to share.
This is true. This is true. All right.
This looks like a nice, big, healthy drink, but truth be told, it's still the same 2 ounces of alcohol. So
that's a good call, the mason jar too. It's a fun, good summer cocktail. Really, this is sort of, I like to talk about the different marriages of drinks. This is sort of like taking a salty dog, a Greyhound, and a margarita and just kind of mix them all up together. So, and then, like I said, in a fun fashion there. These are actually plastic glasses, so you can take them out by the pool. You can even do the ranch water trick, pour this back into a bottle of Jarritos, and you can walk with a Paloma in your Jarritos bottle.
That's true.
Or your Topo bottle.
It's a great thing to do with all the grapefruits that are laying around. So if you've got grapefruits, you probably want to try this.
Okay, guys. Well, before we get to try these delicious drinks, tomorrow, I'm excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow is one that it's probably a little bit less common than some of the ones we've made. But if you saw your shopping list and you guys went shopping over the weekend, hopefully you bought some Pisco. So get your Pisco ready and get your eggs ready. And we're not making breakfast or lunch tomorrow. So just think Pisco and eggs, and you guys can figure out the rest. But we will see you guys tomorrow.
You're going to love it. All right.
All righty. Cheers, Rice.
Cheers, Jason.